This is the MG U9, MG's very first dual cab ute, and it's on sale in Australia right now. But you probably also know it's based on the LDV Terron 9. There are some key differences. One of them is not the way it looks. It looks almost exactly the same on the surface, but underneath that skin, there are some big differences. Let me tell you all the things that make this car very different to the Terron 9 ahead of its full launch and our full road test coming to your screen soon. Now, while the LDV has a very conventional tailgate, this one has something quite different. So a nice damped tailgate there, so it's not going to slam open, but it has a couple other options as well. Hit this button and the electric release releases another little mini tailgate in there as well. And then within that, there's another little tailgate as well, and that produces a step. Now, I'm 6'2", so I can get into the tray of a ute quite happily, but if you're smaller or you want to just use that to access things in the tray a bit easier, or fold it away and you can get to stuff even easier. And then it does one final trick I really like, which if you leave it like this and you deploy the little thing again, you can put longer items in the tray without them sliding towards the back. There are more clever storage solutions in the second row of seating. So lots of space here if you actually just want to put people in here. But if you want to put more stuff in the MG U9, you need to fold the seat, which heaps of other storage possibilities there. There's more. The rear then folds down, a little bit like Honda's Magic Seat so far, but there's more. Steak knives. This electric window allows you access to an anxious dog or something else in the tray, but we can go even further. There's another electric release, which then opens up the whole space in between the tray and the second row of seats. Now, I know Deepal will have its hand high in the air right now saying we did it first, but this is the first time I've seen it in a diesel-powered dual-cab proper ute, which is absolutely amazing. So you can only put about 100 odd kilos on top of these rear seats, but the thing for me is how much longer the loads can be. So all the way from that cheeky little step on the tailgate up to the back of the front seats. A very cool, innovative little feature for the MG U9. If you get yourself into a similarly compromising position under the back of an LDV, you will find a solid axle supported by leaf springs, but underneath the back of the MG U9, it's completely different. Look at that. There's a coil spring and it's attached to the body with a multi-link suspension setup, which means this car is so much more comfortable for people in the back seats than actually everyone in the car. But oh, I hear you saying, surely that means it can't tow as much. That used to be true, but actually this still has a 3.5 ton towing capacity with a brake trailer, so it seems to be no compromise. However, there is compromise somewhere, and it's in the payload. So depending on the specification level you go for, you can carry between 770 and 870 kilos of payload, so perhaps a little bit lower than some other rivals. Now, the LDV Terron 9 might look very similar on the outside, but inside the MG U9, it looks completely different. There is an aeronautical influence, including this, what looks like a throttle yoke out of an aeroplane for the gear changer. And also the level of materials and build quality appears to be fantastic. Vegan leather, I'm not sure that means the cows were only fed on vegetarian diet, or if it actually doesn't involve cows at all. When was the last time you saw a material that nice on the roof lining of a dual cab ute? It's also got heaps of technology, massive digital displays. It feels very different in here. And there is one final big difference. It's when it comes to the price. The LDV starts at around about the $54,000 mark, but this car in the entry level starts at $52,990 drive away. And even if you go up to the top pro version, it'll still only cost you $60,990 drive away. So that is the MG U9 and how it differs from its actually not so similar sibling in the end. Keep watching for a full review when we get to drive this car on the road, which will probably make a big difference as well. But in the meantime, hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching Car Sales.